Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Fantastic. Nice. My name is Dave Crane. My job is to host today's wonderful academy and to share with you lots of wonderful ideas and insights on how you can grab a part of the industry and own it in the coming 12 months and beyond. We've got some amazing speakers who are going to share with you some insights and some opportunities that maybe you won't get anywhere else in the world. One of the beautiful things about Google and going online is everything is there. The hardest bit is to get wading through all the stuff that's irrelevant and find the stuff that means something to you. And that's why we've cherry-picked the very best speakers to share with you the best content and the best ways of moving forward for your business and the way that the business is changing in the coming time. Now, very quickly, just to introduce my own services, because there's no adverts for it up there, is I teach people how to do public speaking. I train people on how to stand up on stage or do video work and be able to create a relationship with the audience that turns into sales. So as you're talking about going along and going to different parts of the world and having people who want to do work with you, then I can help with that. Especially if you've got a massive fear of public speaking because everybody's staring at you and you're thinking, oh my goodness, my brain's gone on holiday and I don't know what to say now because everyone's looking at me. And I wish the ground would open up because then I could just leave, but it's not moving and I'm still here. And all the wonderful insights I had have just disappeared. I can help with that to make sure that never happens again. So I've got my business cards. I'll be sharing some insights with you later on. Feel free to connect with me. And I would always urge network and connect with everybody on LinkedIn. That's where all the grown-ups hang out. Facebook's still fun though, but LinkedIn, make sure you connect. Because you get all the business conversations with the people that need to be there. So being based in Dubai for about 24 years, every time I turn around and say, right, I've had enough, I'm not staying anymore, something else comes up. You go, oh, they're going to build the world's tallest tower. Let's see how that turns out. Oh, they're going to build, what, 5 times the size of Disney World? Let's have a look at that. And you just can't leave. Well, the thing that's got me hooked is Expo 2020. Not only that, but the fact that it's going to put everybody who's in the industry of people on a stage where the rest of the world is watching. Now, if you're based in Dubai or you do business in Dubai, then our guest speaker is actually starting today's afternoon. Their insights and the things that they share with you will be absolutely invaluable. Because wherever you are, whatever you're doing, this is a golden opportunity that, let's face it, just like the things you've experienced in Dubai right now, you might never get again for the rest of your life. That's why you have to take advantage of it. So next up, joining us on stage will be the Senior Vice President of Commercial for Expo 2020 Dubai and also the Ticketing Director of Expo 2020 Dubai. And they'll be sharing with everybody all the various things you need to know about doing business for the visitor experience and also the opportunities that will be available for you in the coming 2.5 years. Write notes, connect, and make sure you ask plenty of questions at the end, because I promise you it could change your business and change your life. So without further ado, please put your hands together as we bring on Gillian Hamburger and Lisa Kodana. Thank you.
Thank you very much and good afternoon. It's a difficult little act to follow when he's talking about being in front of a group of people and falling over and being all needing resources. So I'll talk to you afterwards if I fall over. So give me some tips along the way. So how many of you have ever been to a World Expo before or have heard of a World Expo? No. Oh, good, a couple. Okay, at least we don't have a shy room. Great. Well, I think that one of our main purposes today is to really make that number much greater. To make sure that people really understand what an unbelievably unique, special, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity Expo 2020 Dubai will be. Not just here in the UAE, but globally. It's the world's largest mega event with more attendees than you put together the previous 2 Olympic Games, the previous 2 FIFA World Cups, and add up all those attendees, we will have more people visit us at Expo 2020 than all of those things combined. So what we wanted to do today is just give you a little bit of an overview, a little bit of a taste, and then Lisa will follow up with how you actually get engaged and make sure that you're part of it and you don't miss out. So World Expos are really about showcasing the future and innovation. And it's what people look for, what my life is going to be like in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It's where people see new products. It's where you have thought leadership series. It's where you have unbelievable food and beverage experiences, vast and fantastic entertainment, special programming. It's all going to be here for a limited time engagement. And I want you to keep remembering that as I talk today, because this is a 6-month event that goes away. It's only hosted every 5 years, and it moves around the world. This is the first time that Expo will be held here in the Miyasa region. And it's really looking forward to bringing a tremendous amount of energy and excitement and brilliant experiences to all who participate. So this expo is also fairly unique because most times World Expos happen from May to October. And that wouldn't make sense here. It's a little too warm. It's not the right time for a visitation. So really what we look to do is host at peak time when we can have the most people experience Expo 2020 Dubai. And so that's going to be from 20 October 2020 through April of 2021. Now, that also makes Expo 2020 really unique amongst World Expos because we have a tremendous amount of holidays and festivals and unique things that we will celebrate as part of Expo 2020. So if you think about when we open, huge opening ceremony, terrific activity, and then we move into Halloween. And right after that, we have Diwali. And then we have UAE National Day, we have Christmas, we have New Year's Eve. For those of you who are familiar with what Dubai does on New Year's Eve, we know it's special. Now, as we go through this discussion today, you'll see how special Expo 2020 is. And if you can then envision what New Year's Eve is going to be like at Expo 2020, it's going to be absolutely remarkable. Then you go into Chinese New Year, you go into Valentine's Day, you go into St. Patrick's Day, all these unique celebrations that we will bring to life at Expo 2020. And as part of everyday experiences, we'll have an absolutely flawless and unforgettable visitor experience. And that's really critical for us. It's encouraging all the guests, whether they are coming for special F&B, when they're coming to see a country's exhibition on a future technology, when you see a unique cultural museum piece that's going to be part of the exhibition for a short period of time, when you're attending potentially a thought leadership series on sustainability, whether your kids just come as a family and you're playing in one of our beautiful parks with innovative equipment and all sorts of fun, engaging, never seen before playground equipment that is unique and experienced only at Expo 2020. So we're looking to create this absolutely brilliant, unforgettable location. And then you layer onto that all the activities that are going to happen from morning until night. So we're talking about more than 60 plus events that will happen every single day. These are puppet shows for kids. These are going to be potentially robot battles that are happening. You're going to have parades. You're going to have massive concerts. We'll show you some of the venues and some animations later on. So there is going to be a ton of activity happening all the time. Potentially some sensory overload. A lot of things going on, and it's going to be, we hope, a thing that visitors are going to come to say, I can't just go once. I have to come again, and hopefully again and again and again, because there is so much to do, and there are so many things that I'm going to see and experience. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And as I've been saying, it's for all ages, whether it is kids and family-friendly activities, whether it's for all nationalities and cultures who are going to see things and experience different things. And it's for everyone who wants to see something, whether it's related to architecture, or whether it is a foodie who wants to see something, or whether it is somebody who wants to attend one of those thought leadership series. It really is going to cater to a large audience and have a very strong focus for almost all attendees. And when they come to Expo, they'll see these exhibits and these experiences and these fabulous visitor engagements from more than 200 participants. Now, participants are made up of more than 180 countries who will participate, corporations, NGOs, multilaterals, and academia. And all of these entities come together and they talk about a core theme. And the theme of Expo 2020 is about connecting minds and creating the future. And really what that is that we're not going to have countries and corporates and governments and so on look at opportunities in the future without collectively coming together and provide innovative, forward-looking solutions. And we will tell that story to more than 25 million visitors. Those 25 million visitors will come from 70% international. And that's where we're looking for all of you to engage and help us bring that international visitor to Dubai. You do this on a daily basis already. We work with DTCM hand in hand and our premier partner Emirates as well as others to be spreading the word globally about Expo 2020 and what unique opportunities we'll have. And we concentrate very much with DTCM on the top 20 visitors, markets for visitors that come to Dubai on an annual basis. And we'll do active campaigns in those 20 markets to increase awareness and work with our ticket resellers and tour operators and MICE promoters to make sure that they're aware of all these unique opportunities. And then when they come to Dubai, and we encourage all of you to visit us into the future, is they'll experience an absolutely brilliant site where we'll be hosting this event. We're having more than 200 hectares, roughly 500 acres of gated facility where you'll see all of these activities. It's about 45 minutes south of Dubai International Airport. We are on a new metro line. We're about 30 minutes right from where we're sitting today. New metro line with good access. We'll talk a little bit about tremendous access we're creating for coaches and large group arrivals and tour operators to bring in good groups. We're located just about an hour north of Abu Dhabi Airport, and that central location really gives us an opportunity to bring in a lot of visitors in a very easy way. And when they come, we'll also have an absolutely seamless experience from an operations standpoint. Our site that I mentioned is quite a large site. We can handle up to 300,000 people at once. We're expecting daily attendance to average probably more around 170,000, but really we are capable and we're building to handle on peak capacity about 300,000 people. That's a lot of people, but we think that New Year's Eve for sure we'll have at least that many people on the site and hopefully as many that we can allow in. Operationally, we're open from 10 in the morning until 1 a.m. on weekdays, 2 a.m. on weekends. For those of you who know the region and know Dubai, we do have a great night culture and we're really looking to bring that to life with a tremendous amount of unique entertainment and offerings in those evening hours. And again, working with the travel industry, making sure from a hotel standpoint, whether you're a transportation company, Careem's, Uber's, RTA has been instrumental in working with us on dedicated point-to-point bus transfers. All of this will be part of Expo 2020 to make sure that those visitors can have a frictionless, easy, seamless experience to get to us and really just concentrate on having fun and really having a great time. So we wanted to walk you through a little bit of the site, and even though I'm talking a lot, I'll continue to talk over the video because I think it brings it to life a little bit and explains a little bit more. So through our theme of connecting minds and creating the future, we also look at 3 sub-themes of opportunity, mobility, and sustainability. And those are apparent in the petals that you see kind of on the master plan and the layout. We have a very large conference and exhibit space where we can host large meetings and events. In Legacy, this is going to be operated by Dubai World Trade Center, and they'll host things like ATM there as opposed to here. There's a metro, as I mentioned, going in. It's double the capacity that's being here at DWTC. And that's, again, expanded for Legacy for that future operation. The heart of our site is called Al Wasl. It's magnificent. We have 10,000 people that can fit into this area with a large dome. The dome on top is about 17 stories tall, and it's about a football pitch and a half wide. It's a projection, 360-degree experience at night, and an absolutely brilliant entertainment zone. We're now in one of our main concourses, and on the right-hand side, this is where the countries will build their self-built pavilions, these wonderful, iconic architectural marvels. To the left, where you see some balconies, those are food and beverage. This is our mobility pavilion being designed by Foster & Partners. And now we're going down the heart of the mobility pavilion. And what you'll see here are a little bit more soup-like areas where you have bits of places for rest and seating. You have smaller stages where we'll do cultural displays and culinary exhibitions and small talks. This is where you see the F&B outlets with the balconies and the terraces. And you'll see lots of countries in this area exhibiting about what the future looks like for them. Entertainment everywhere. And then to the left here, you see our sustainability pavilion. This is being designed by Grimshaw. It's 100% self-sustaining building. And then in Legacy, this remains, and this becomes a children's science center. And we'll dive down the middle of the sustainability district, again passing some unique small stage atmospheres, F&B again around you, opportunities to meet up with small groups, presentations, and then we come upon a parade. And so these will happen multiple times a day, little pockets of fun. And then we go into the golden hour, sunset, where then we will spend an equal amount of time at night than we will in the day. And as we zoom back down to the left that looks like a falcon, that's the UAE National Pavilion that's being designed by Calatrava. And we'll end our small tour back in Al Wasl, again the heart of the site, and you can see the projection and the music and the entertainment and the activities that are happening. And we wouldn't be building all of this just for a 6-month event. So 85% of what we build, and when we talk about some of these iconic structures, these are part of a very extensive legacy plan that's called District 2020. And it has a very strong active team that's been behind what Expo will be after Expo since day one that we started this immense project. And we're actually building a city for 2030, 2040, 2050 that is hosting an Expo in 2020, 21, as opposed to planning something to host an Expo and then trying to figure out what to do with it afterwards. So it's this reverse kind of thinking, things like the Children's and Science Museum that doesn't exist anywhere in the region, that will be a unique attraction well after Expo. The trellis and that type of structure that's adjacent to our conference and exhibit space that can be utilized for fabulous ATM parties into the future. So where that 10,000 person activity can be something around an event or activity that's happening at the convention and conference facility. And then during the event time, though, we have to ensure that as part of those seamless logistics, there are critical points that cater well to the audience. And one of these is making sure that from an accessibility standpoint, we have 4 entrances where we're concentrating people in, each with large bus access where we can be bringing in large groups, distinct areas from an arrivals plaza where people can gather, and then into a welcome area where, again, there's natural gathering places and tour operators and groups can easily meet up and have active meeting points to guide them throughout the day. And just to, again, review some of this great architecture that we're going to be showing, Al Wasl Plaza and the trellis and the projection, this is being designed by ASGG, and for those of you who know the Burj Khalifa, it's the same architects that designed the Burj Khalifa is designing this central area for us and the buildings surrounding it. Foster & Partners in our mobility pavilion, their other main project right now that they're noted for is Apple's new headquarters in Silicon Valley, that round building that's getting a lot of promotional activity. They're also designing our mobility pavilion for us. And then I mentioned the UAE pavilion in Calatrava, and then Grimshaw that's designing our sustainability pavilion. These are just some of the super iconic things that you're going to see. So then as you talk about whether you are catering to an architectural audience that looks at these beautiful things, when you're talking about a cultural entity that wants to see more than 180 countries showcase their best, when you're talking to a gastronomy foodie fan who just wants to come and have a great meal at night, whether you're talking about kids groups and school groups that are coming to the site, there really is this tremendous opportunity to showcase unique experiences and things you're not going to see anywhere else on the planet during this 6-month time period. And so what my colleague Lisa is now going to talk about is then how you can actually help us tell this story and reap some of the rewards with helping us do that.
Thank you, Gillian. Every time I see the images of the Awaso Pavilion with that projection, I just get goosebumps. I was told that it should be visible from outer space. So it will be interesting that any astronauts that are up there in space stations may look down on us, or who knows else in the universe may see that and be quite impressed, not just us. So can I have, just from a shake of a head, is what Gillian has showed us what anybody was expecting to see for Expo 2020? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, I see some nods, yes. Are many of you surprised? Okay, it's Dubai. Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And then the second question is, how many of you have clients that would be amazed at being involved and visiting a venue and an event like this? Well, that's a good thing because we have 25 million tickets to sell. No pressure. So the question for us to you is actually more of an invitation. Help us make this successful. Help be part of our collaborators that can drive people to enjoy this incredible once-in-a-lifetime experience. So how can you work with us? Well, we're building the Expo, and we offer tickets to visit the Expo, but we need you all to help package your travel services and any other services that will create a wonderful visit experience to Dubai and to our Expo as packages globally. So we need you to reach out into your markets and to your client bases and to drive people to participate and be part of this one-time event. So what does that mean? It means you can bundle our ticket together with airfare and accommodation, any type of hospitality opportunities, shopping experiences. If we look at some examples, it could also be together with business conferences, the MICE market. A conference that would be held within Expo would then have a wonderful evening opportunity after a meeting finishes to visit the Expo site in the evening. It could also be an evening gala opportunity that would allow a day in Expo during the day and then some type of prime event in the evening. It could be to get put together with other concerts, cultural experiences, even like the Louvre in Abu Dhabi. Anything that would help enrich a visitor experience to Dubai. Now we have 9 million people in this country and 25 million visits that we anticipate. So that means not only do we expect a lot of repeat visits from our local market, but we anticipate that 70% of our visitors will come from outside of the UAE, which means that this is a very important opportunity for all of you to bring us visitors and to increase a lot of your inbound. It could also be engaging some of your people who maybe will fly through Dubai, perhaps from Europe to Asia. Instead of having them change planes, you can encourage them. Get off the airplane, stop for a few days, have a first peek at Dubai, and come visit the Expo. It will open up a whole realm of opportunities. Also, It could be an opportunity to encourage first visits to the UAE. Some people that maybe would not have necessarily put this area of the world on their itinerary will, with a world global important event like this, will be interested in participating and seeing this. So more people will come. So how can we engage with you? Well, resellers that will be officially our collaborators to resell tickets will provide access to a B2B portal where we will provide you marketing materials and important videos that will evolve as we get closer to the expo itself, that will always be more realistic in their renderings, that will help you explain to your visitors what Expo actually will be and why it's such an exciting opportunity and why it will be so phenomenal to see. We'll also give our resellers the opportunity to use an official reseller logo, so it makes you have an authorized official look that says you are legally selling a ticket on behalf of Expo, and will eventually provide access to a B2B ticketing platform, which means that once we start emitting tickets that will actually go through the front gates, there will be 4 of them, that you will be able to simply pull those tickets in real time directly off of our platform so that you can put those into the hands of the visitors before they come to the expo site. So at that point, it's just directly accessed through the front gates. So what are the next steps? We are here together exhibiting on the stand with Dubai Tourism. So we say, first, come and talk to us. We can tell you about the opportunities of working together. We can explain to you that we will reach out and be rewarding the resellers with a commission structure that will be on a scaled basis. So the more you sell, the more you will earn. So this will also be seen for you as a business opportunity. At this point, I will allow questions, but I can only invite you to come and talk to us and bring the world to our doorstep and to our event. Thank you.
Do we have any questions? They're very polite today, aren't they? Anyone with a question? There we go. Would you like to introduce yourself and then ask a question, please?
Hi, my name is Babu Raj. I'm from Saudi. Have you decided on the ticket price as yet?
So we're doing price sensitivity still right now. We will be announcing the complete ticket schemes as well as pricing in either late this year or Q1 next year. So still some price sensitivity going on. The other point that we can make is that if you look historically around Expo pricing in the past, we've benchmarked against those as well as we've benchmarked against regional attractions and other activities. So we will be in line with all of those elements.
Any more questions?
I'm Tara Ahmad from Saudi Arabia. What is the agency requirement for to be a reseller?
That is a very simple answer. Bring us lots and lots of people. Actually, what we would like to do is learn about the volumes of people that you normally bring in incoming to Dubai. We will be looking to have a minimum of about 5,000 tickets as a commitment over the course of the 6 months. This is because we cannot work with every single agency on the planet. That would be very difficult for us from an infrastructure standpoint. But no matter what your volumes are, we want to speak with you because we will engage directly with some and other. We will have work together with other agencies in a positive driving business to us opportunity anyway. So no matter what the situation you have, we would encourage you to drive people to us and to help resell our tickets. So the volume is one initial piece, and another is to also tell us about what type of packages you would offer. We don't necessarily have a this yes, this no, but we would like to learn about the type of offerings you would like to have, and to tell us about the type of packages, and to disclose what you would be doing with our Expo tickets to drive visitors. So it's more of a relationship building opportunity. We don't want to, let's say, pick and choose, because we know that everybody can be an important part of this. Therefore, we encourage you, come and speak with us, and we'll take it from there.
Time for one last question. There we go.
Nice presentation. Now, let me ask, that's on the ticketing side, which is more individual. Let me say you exhibitor side, you want to get an exhibitor to come. Are the exhibitors fixed, or we are also able to bring in exhibitors?
So countries are the predominant exhibitors at Expo 2020. So when I talk about 200 participants, we have 180 countries that look for participation. They will choose what sort of exhibitions are on the interior of their pavilions. So one of the things that we can do is really encourage you to get in touch with your country to find out then how you can be part of their pavilion.
Thanks, gentlemen. One last question on top of the one last question. He was just looking at me like, please, can I say something? Yes, you can. There you go.
Thanks a lot. My name is Kareem. I'm an insurance broker. My question is, what are the outcomes or the legacy that you hope to leave with Expo 2020?
So as I mentioned, it was a core element of continuing with the planning and the development of Expo 2020 after Dubai won the bid, to make sure that 85% of what is built remains. And as you look at then the infrastructure, whether it's the metro, the expansion of RTA, that conference in the exhibit space, all of that is being built for the future. We are located adjacent to Al Maktoum Airport and DWC. And so then as the airport expands and becomes the primary airport likely of Dubai, we are just one metro stop away from that new airport. And that's predominantly, again, for legacy value. So when you come to these very large scale trade shows and exhibitions and things for DWTC, they will be just one metro stop from the airport. We are doing an updated economic impact study now, and those results are going to be released. There was one as part of the bid, and there's historical documentation on what the expectations were for that in terms of economic development and legacy value as part of the bid process.
Great questions. Well, I learned tons, even second time around today. It was amazing. I think it's such a massive opportunity. You have to grab hold of it. And you also should connect with the ladies and ask them questions and see how you can get involved. As you've just left the stage, please give a massive round of applause, Gillian and Lisa. Thank you.